I want to know what the Qatarians, which city are they going to take if we don't pay them back? They're going to take Shoshong.
Today we're, partnering with some of the most amazing people, MN Capital.
We might not be loud, we might not probably be making a lot of noise, but we take our time in doing research towards our events.
Yeah.
And all we cry for and we ask for is support to make sure that our research goes out there.
The government has been complaining that there's no money in our country, but there's actual money in our country. If you would know, we have 52 billion in pension fund assets.
I saw that in your profile for the event. I was like, oh my goodness.
56% of that money goes outside of the country.
We're at the Botswana Institutional Investors Summit. Tell me about your invite.
So essentially we're all here just to discuss and give insights on what's currently happening in the pension landscape, what's currently happening in the economy, etc., and just to really give ideas on the kind of investments that we can make as pensions. Yeah,
y'all need to take care of my money.
So we need to tell you what we're doing with it. Yeah.
You better know we got the flavor, that's juice. Juice. That's juice.
All right, Gap City, B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? And welcome to another episode of The Juice 2.0. Thank you very much for being part of this episode. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Returning subscriber, you're amazing. You're the real MVP. In case you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Please subscribe. Let the family grow. It's been a heck of a week. We're busy at The Juice 2.0, and we're covering some of the most amazing events. Yesterday, which is like a week apart, because we drop episodes a week apart. But yesterday, we're over at the Top 100 CEOs event, which was the inaugural event of the whole thing. And today, we're partnering with some of the most amazing people, MN Capital, and we're coming to you all the way from Royal Area in Tlokeng, where this Botswana Institutional Investors Series Summit event is happening. And to take us through what the whole thing is all about, because some of these amazing things that are happening in my life through the podcast, I'm like, whoa, there's a totally different world and a different galaxy altogether. But I'm so happy to be here, and I appreciate that you're here. Drop your comments, whatever you like about the event. We're going to get you cutaways, and you get to meet some of the most amazing people, corporate people who are doing amazing things. So to get us started with this event is someone who's coming all the way from MN Capital, representing the sales and finance executive. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacqueline, hi.
Hi, TKay.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good to see. I'm great. A little tired.
I can see that.
It's been a heck of a week, but we're happy to be here. How are you?
I'm well.
Yeah.
Exhausted, but keeping well.
Yeah, I mean, you're here as an organizer from MN Capital, so I can imagine how tired you must be.
It's really hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to make an event like this? From the get-go to
I would say 3 months minimum. Yeah.
Right.
Because understand that we work with sponsors.
Right.
We work with people in corporate who have their calendars working. So we need to maneuver and see how we can involve them in our events.
Right.
So it takes quite a time, maybe even 6 months.
Right.
But it just depends on how they respond, the response they're giving to us. So,
So what was the purpose for making this? Actually, before we get to the purpose, what is this event all about? Because you're calling it the Botswana Institutional Investors Series, right?
Okay, when we talk about institutional investors, we are talking about your pension funds, we are talking about your asset managers, we are talking about your banks, the people who have the real money. Yeah. Those are the guys we are talking about.
That's right. That'll be.
Yeah. So we created this event in a sense that the government has been complaining that there's no money in our country, but there's actual money in our country. If you would know, we have 52 billion in pension fund assets.
I saw that in your profile for the event. I was like, oh my goodness.
That is a lot of money.
Right.
And to shock you more, 56% of that money goes outside of the country.
Ooh.
I'm telling you. So now we are going outside to find money to invest in our country
Right.
when our money is here, but it is investing outside.
Going outside.
Yes, so the purpose of this conference is to have conversations regarding that. The question is, we have the capital and the money,
Yeah.
but it is going outside of our country.
Right, right.
What is the government saying? What are the policymakers saying?
Right.
You know, the regulators of these pension funds
Yes.
and asset managers, what are they saying about this? Can we bridge in a gap between the government, the pension funds, the asset managers, and banks so that we can invest in projects that can help diversify our economy?
Right.
Yeah.
So the event has already started. How many days is it? And what do you envision to come out of this event?
It's a 2-day conference event.
Right.
And then on Friday, we have a golf day. So we have already started. We have speakers who have already said what they want to do.
Right, right.
Unfortunately, I wasn't inside because I'm busy outside trying to organize everything. But
Yeah.
so far, so good. It's going well. And we are hoping that the government, because the Minister of Trade and Enterprise is here,
Right.
to share their insights and the mission and vision that they want to do in terms of investments
Right.
and developments to be done in our country.
Right.
So far the conversations are going well.
Yeah.
The NB FIRA also has already did that speak. Yeah. So we are hoping that something good would come out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the first of its kind, this event from MN Capital?
No, this is the 4th annual institutional invest. Yeah.
Congratulations for
you.
making it to the 4th. I think,
Yeah.
eventing is not an easy thing
At all.
in Botswana or maybe in the whole world entirely. What are some of the challenges that you have come across organizing this event, and how have you been able to sort of sort it out and, make it work?
The main challenge would be the investors and sponsors.
Right.
Because if you can tell, like you mentioned, you are from an event, it's a corporate event.
Yes.
Those are the people that we want here as well. So now the market, we are sharing the market.
Yeah,
for
especially this
having-
week.
Yeah.
It's like everyone is eventing and it's corporate. Yeah.
It's corporate.
Yeah.
So looking at the market, it's small. Our population is also small. So now in terms of sponsors, we don't really get the response that we were expecting.
Right, right.
We get, and then they're also complaining about funds. Like, so it's just crazy. But that's one of the challenges that we had.
Yes.
It also delays our progress in terms of preparing for the event because we'll have a date, but then the response from people who are making decisions in terms of financing,
Right.
they take long to respond. So
Yeah.
those are the type of challenges we are going through. As
So
a planning
when
event.
you come up with these events, why is it always that corporate people like you, organizations, have an event and then there's a golf thing that follows? Because you're like the third corporate event that I've seen that has a conference and event, and then it's ended up on the top of the cherry on the top is like a golf event. What is that thing? Why is it not like a soccer event, like a basketball event? Why is it always like a golf thing?
Okay, a golf is easier for you to chat with, yeah.
Right.
So that's why we want that, because even deals are made at a golf.
That
at
is
a golf
true.
course.
That is true.
You understand? So it allows the delegates to interact and plan the executions that they want to do.
Yes.
So it's easier to do that over a golf because it's not too loud. It's quiet.
Yeah, it's quieter.
It's
classy.
yeah.
It's rich.
So looking also at the target, that corporate people, there are certain standards that they have.
Yes.
So a golf course, a golf day, perfect for it.
I'm about to let you go. Any last words that you want to say to someone that's watching right now?
Okay.
Could be about investment. It could be about MN Capital as well, because you're representing the brand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just whatever general thoughts that you have around what's going on, please.
What I can say is would really like the support of the government in terms of issues like this.
Of course.
Yeah, like we had approached the office of the president. Yes, they have supported and endorsed the event, but their presence would mean a lot for us because
Right.
we have done the research. the research that they need in terms of where to invest, how projects to do. And we have called people who have the money. Imagine 152 billion in pension assets, and it's going outside. They should come, have a conversation with these guys so that they can know that they can invest in our country and they will have the return in their investment.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Government, please come, join us.
Help us.
Help us. We need them.
I got curious about money going out of the country.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a little bit to like a layman's, mind like mine? What do you mean? There's this much money, but it's going outside the country. How is it going outside the country, and where is it going outside the country?
Okay. For example, we have the Botswana Pension Fund.
Yes.
Yes. They also have projects which are outside of the country.
Right.
Like they've built malls outside of the country. You understand? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
So if you could just go through the NB FIRA statistics, you would
Yes.
see. And there's some guy who shared the information on LinkedIn that it's a concern that 56% of this money is going outside of the country. Imagine 152 billion is almost half of the country's GDP.
That's a lot of money.
It's a
Isn't
lot
that
of
like
money.
45% or something? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the
around
math.
that,
We'll do the math.
Of the GDP of the country.
Right.
Imagine. But now our government is going outside to seek investors, but we have the money.
Yeah.
Let us come talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's use the money that's for Botswana, because pension funds as the money that Botswana save so that they can use after retirement,
Right,
My
right.
dear Botswana, when it could work and develop our country.
I want to check your LinkedIn. What's your name on LinkedIn?
Jacqueline Radikuk.
So Jackie is JAQ
JACQ
CQ
UELINE
UELINE
Radikuku
RADI.
RADI.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
There you are. All right, let me check out what you've been posting. All right, so I just asked you to connect, right? So
Yeah.
let me see what you've been posting here. Okay, you've been posting about the event, obviously.
Yeah.
Today, let's see. Okay. Excited to share that I'll be speaking live on BTV ahead of the Botswana Institutional Investors
Yeah.
Series taking place. How was that, the BTV gig? When was this?
Oh, it was yesterday,
Okay.
by the way. It was okay, but I felt like the conversation needed to be longer.
Right.
You understand?
Kind of like you and I's conversation, right?
Yeah, it could have been longer so that they really understand and grasp what we are saying. Because Botswana kwa lapeng kwa needs to really understand what we are saying.
Botswana call a pain.
Yeah, they really need to know what we
Right.
mean by institutional investors.
Yeah.
What we mean when we say we don't want a mining-based economy. We want to go to agriculture. We want to go to green energy. We
Tourism,
want to go to infrastructure.
Yeah.
As we are saying, we want to host both AFCON and where are we going to host that? Where are the stadiums? We had floods that time. What happened? You understand?
It got messy, yeah.
It
got
was
messy.
really messy, and
Yeah.
we are not ready as a country for that. You understand? So now we are taking from the government's savings and we're investing in things that we could have worked on. You understand? So let's do something. Let's do better, guys. We can do better.
Jackie, MN Capital, Sales and Finance Exec. Thank you so much for your time.
I think.
I think you're the one for the job. Whatever is happening at MN Capital, I'm happy they got
Yeah.
you to do this.
Oh,
And all the best with the 2-day event. I'm so happy that you got us here. Such an incredible learning curve as well for some of us.
Yeah.
And until the next time we see each other for another conversation.
We should.
All right. All right. So this gentleman right here is, I mean, the gift that keeps on giving. That's what I'm describing this gentleman. But I think there's something about an event that this gentleman is always at. You know what I mean? And I'm only finding out that, if I bump into him, I'm probably at the right place because, success breeds success. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Lion Tutoring, my brother. I met him yesterday, or you saw him on the previous episode. He's the founder and CEO of Lion Tutoring. Amazing things happening over there. Tobo is here.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro.
What up, man?
I appreciate it. Yeah.
So why are you always at these events?
The stars are lined, man. I told you, even the way we're dressed today, man. I was like, the stars are lined up.
I love it. It's good to see you.
This is where we meet great people like you, and you gotta be in the same
You need to tell
places.
them how great I am. But good to see you, man.
Yeah.
We're at the Botswana Institutional Investors Summit. Tell me about your invite, right?
Yeah.
I always want to hear the intricacies and the little details in what then transforms to be what this is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who invited you? How did you get it? How did you feel getting the invite? And what did it mean to you?
Yeah, so without disclosing much, as companies, it's our duty to raise capital for growth.
Yes.
So there's a couple of asset managers that we've been, doing some deals.
Yeah.
They invited to say, here's a workshop that is going to help you guys with corporate governance. How to set up proper corporate governance structures in our business and have it corporatized, so that's by the time you take the outside money or the outside capital, you have the right systems of our accounting, and accounting goes with accountability.
Yes.
Have a board of directors, have a corporate entity over and above what you're already doing. So it was basically an invite from some of the asset managers, investors, etc.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you getting such an invite? I get what it is, but what does it mean to a CEO of a company like Lion Tutoring?
Yeah, it's a huge, like I said, vote of confidence.
Of course, right.
And also, an investment. Investment doesn't only come with money. It comes with being invited in forums like these where you get to learn.
Yeah.
And me being me, every time I get into a situation like this, I'm always having my laptop taking notes.
Yeah,
then
I saw that early on.
Then from here, I'm going to really unpack and get to learn more, There's a lot that we can learn from forums like these. Then you do learning from, taking a course. Not that I'm against that, but it's sort of bundled up in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Something that you could have learned in a year or 2 years in a master's course or an MBA. It has really been packaged well and easily to consume.
What is the current landscape, do you think, looks like right now as far as investment is concerned in Botswana, right? Because the government has told us that things are not really looking good as far as the economy is concerned. Investment needs to be a form of diversification, in my opinion. But what have you seen that would describe the current landscape investment, that is?
Yeah. So just to borrow a bit from the last presentation from Dr. Mahlanza, on the past 10 years, investments into pension funds have always been put offshore because, when they invest offshore, taxes are better in certain countries. Your asset managers, asset managers also the return is higher. So that's why our parents' pensions have been invested abroad. But that needs to change because it's growing economies which sometimes have nothing to do with us. As you can see with the recent tariffs, they really don't care about us. And we're putting our parents' pension monies to grow their economies because maybe there's an extra 5% return that you can get from abroad than locally. So I think it really calls our asset managers, it calls our pension funds to be more patriotic. And it's something that we've seen with the current administration to say, let's repatriate some of the investments and get to invest into local companies. As big as they are, some are quite small, and they should actually be a mandate to say, X amount should be invested in SMMEs, companies that are having less than a 50 million valuation, So I think that is one way that the economy can really grow.
It's funny we're talking about investment, man, because yesterday when we spoke, you're like, man, we need investment. Synthesis is killing us.
True that, man.
Have you met anyone, had any conversation at all about possible collaborations? Are you excited about that?
There's a deal on the pipeline. I won't say much because probably don't want to jinx it or yet. But just watch out for Lion Tutoring. There's quite a number of deals that we've come with, and that will really help us to fight with our competitors in other markets. You know, we're in markets like Johannesburg, Durban, Nairobi,
right?
And some of our competitors are listed on their stock exchanges, so they've got billions
share capital,
share capital.
Yeah.
And they've got money to play around with. But, you know, with Lion Twitter and now getting into those markets, having our local, and it all goes back to patriotism.
It does,
I really feel better having an investment coming from a local asset manager than if it was just some company
That's
out
the
there.
real
you know.
hashtag, right?
Yes,
that's the real hashtag,
exactly.
support local, yeah.
Support local, yeah. And even with us knowing our company, knowing our board of directors, our structures, we're going to make sure that we don't screw this up. You know, you don't want to screw this up. Give them the return on investment and get them to even invest more as time goes on.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm about to let you go. What question do you wish to be asked about investment that I haven't asked? Just ballpark it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I would say, you know, I like to take investment with accountability. I would want to ask, and just you, your audience, and people here that, you know, how accountable are we? And not accounting in the sense of just, you know, your accounting softwares, but how accountable are we with other people's money? Because that is what is going to make the difference. That is what is going to allow companies to take a shot on you. If you're not accountable, if you're going to take the money and you're going to drive the latest car without growing the business, you know, how accountable are we? So that is the big question.
So I'm going to take that question to the next guest.
Yes.
Thank you very much for making my job easy.
I appreciate you.
You know what I mean?
Thanks
you
a
look
lot.
good. Until the next time I see you.
Thank you.
Which is
Thank
probably
you so
another
much.
event.
Or your studio.
Or my studio for a longer conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, my brother, Lion Tutoring, CEO and founder, Tobo Catalan. All right, one of the most important people just joined us. The most important person, actually. He's very much. Man, you are very.
I'm not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, MN Capital, the CEO, Michael Ndinisa.
Thank you, man.
What's up, Papa?
Stressful, but we're making it, and it's happening.
Yeah.
So if the event is happening, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's what's important, yeah.
I spoke to, what was her name? Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie spoke about how important this event is for investment.
Yes.
You know, the conversation is to, if it started somewhere, it needs to be exacerbated.
Yes,
but
that's true.
let me hear from, you know, the leader at MN Capital. Why was it important for you to put this up?
Look, the journey didn't start now. So MN Capital itself, we set up this company in 2007.
Oh.
Yes. 2007, we set it up in Cape Town. First big event clashed with the World Cup, I think. We were trying, obviously, other small events, but the first big event in 2010, that's when it started. 2011, I always brag about this one.
Right.
We are the first company in Africa, MN Capital. I want someone who's going to come to me and say, no, you're lying, but I'm waiting for a challenge. This is a challenge to anyone listening to this. We're the first company in Africa to put together an ESG conference.
No way.
I'm telling you, 2011.
In Africa?
In Africa. No one knew of they knew responsible investing, they knew everything else. But we put together the first Africa ESG summit in Africa in 2011. We partnered with the Joburg Stock Exchange.
Right.
And we partnered with the Government Employees Pension Fund in South Africa. Wow. And we hosted it at the JSE 2011.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we had these discussions of ESG. Everyone is talking ESG now.
I mean,
environmental, social, and governance
it's
sectors.
prevalent now.
But
so I'm surprised that at 2011, there was already a conversation.
Yes, and we ran that event for about 8 years. So we were on our 8th annual event, having started it in 2011.
Yeah.
So we brag ourselves as top
pioneers,
researchers.
Man.
Yeah, the pioneers as well. But you know, we our research is on point. So we might not be loud, we might not probably be making a lot of noise, but we take our time in doing research towards our events. And all we cry for and we ask for is support to make sure that our research goes out there. So MN Capital is split into 3.
Okay.
We do investment advisory, we do investment research, and we do investment communications.
Nice.
So under the communications banner, we do our events and our trainings, like the event we're having.
Right.
And this is done across different countries.
Okay.
We have done Ghana, we've done Nigeria, we've done Kenya, we've done Eswatini, we've done Namibia. We're very big in Namibia. We even have set up an office in Namibia now.
Wow.
MN capital Namibia. We've done Zambia a couple of times. I think more than 4 or 5 times in Zambia now.
Yeah. Just not Zim, huh?
We've done Zim. We've done
wow.
Zim 4 times, I think.
Beautiful.
The last event we did was 2023.
Yeah.
We did it at the Rainbow Hotel.
Right.
In Harare.
Beautiful.
We do a lot of events, man. We do Zanzibar. We've done Mauritius.
Man, I want to work at MN Capital.
No, don't. It's a stressful work. You don't want to be like me. I was telling you about my boldness
I know.
already. So
it's coming up.
It's coming up. There's a lot of stress that goes with putting these events together. People don't know. People like what they see. But what's going on behind the scenes is something that is crazy.
Yeah.
It takes dedication. It takes the zeal. It takes the love for it. I think I love what I do. I've been doing it. It's the only thing I've done for more than 20 years.
I was about to ask, for more than 20 years,
Yes.
that's a lot of time.
That's all I've done.
But I was about to ask, like, when you put up this event, what is the actual intention? Because profit is a good thing.
Yes.
Right? But is there something else outside of profit that you're looking forward to?
That's true.
As an outcome?
Yeah, look, the discussions are fundamental.
Yeah.
If we will run these events purely for profit, that's good for our pockets. But is it good for the follow-ups? Will people see value in following up? Us saving money in our pockets and not giving out the value of the events. I have people in this room like Steve, who's the deputy chairperson of the BPC Staff Pension Fund.
Wow.
He has done most of our events, traveled. And I asked him now, he's like, you're doing good. So I think there's value in what we're doing.
Yeah.
We are very timely now with this particular event because of the transformation economic development program that the Botswana government has. If we will talk investments, and we are talking alternative investment strategies to pension funds, and the country is talking about diversifying and not getting away, not focusing purely onto diamonds.
Right.
Diversifying.
Yes.
Botswana has a lot of opportunities that, if done right, this country can blossom.
I think so too.
I just said now, when I was talking to Gaps FM, and I said to them, look, the truth is, there's no population in here. So we cannot look at investment opportunities that want crowds, but we should look at opportunities that probably will bring in the crowds.
So customize it, right?
Yeah, bring in the crowds.
Yeah.
What did Dubai do? Dubai was a desert.
Small as it is.
Yes, Dubai is small. Dubai is a desert. Botswana is semi-desert. We have vast land with less people. If we can diversify and look at opportunities and investment opportunities that bring in the investors.
Right.
One of them that doesn't bring in a lot of people is dry ports. There's a lot of dry port talks in this country. But someone needs to start doing that and be practical about it. When I'm saying dry port, how many trucks pass through here going to Zambia, Zimbabwe, and all those other countries? We are landlocked. We are around the 5 other countries. So we need to start looking at those platforms.
So what do you think our problem is? Maybe not our problem, our shortcomings. What do you think those are? Because if Dubai could do it...
You want to get me in trouble, man.
It's like, you're going to get me in trouble, man. Talk your mind, Mike.
If my colleague was here, I have a colleague called Stanley Austin. I was in the UK for 7 years.
Okay.
And a colleague of mine would be like, I'm not saying that. But the truth is, this shouldn't get me in trouble. I think everybody knows this. So the problem with the country in Botswana, and it's the truth, and everyone who knows me will understand this.
Yeah.
The problem we have in Botswana is the country is really focusing more of its attention on social issues and cultural issues. We have a lot of focus on social and cultural issues than economic-focused platforms. For instance, I'll tell you, and I'm going to be biased with this conversation. If I go to a company, I won't mention the companies, but if I go to a company asking for sponsorship for my events, it's very difficult looking into the agenda of my event to get the support that the country, these companies will, we're pushing the agenda of economic growth. But if someone else who's doing a golf or a marathon goes to the same company and asks for a sponsorship, they'll give it very quickly because the country focuses on social issues. And maybe the companies also that are giving those sponsorships have got a specific mandate to attract the audiences than to attract growth in the country. So I've approached endless companies. There's one in mind that comes and pops up, and I won't mention his name. I've knocked at this company's door for years. trying to get support and sponsorship to say, look, my events talk about growth, economic growth, and we are talking about diversifying revenue streams into the country.
Yeah.
Can we talk and so that we can make it bigger? No, we don't have a budget. 2 minutes later, one of my colleagues who probably works with me, and maybe I'm a shareholder in that company, I'll tell them, go and ask. He will come back with a check. Oh, we have budget for this one. So I think the focus in the country is more social and cultural
economic.
Focused. Tell me why Tlokweng is still a village. Tell me why Mogodisane, with all the money that's coming into it, is still a village. Because the chief is cultural. We want to keep culture more than growth and transforming this. I heard that Maung is about to be transformed into a city.
I heard that too.
Maybe the things are changing. But we need to change the approach. This country has all the... Botswana could be something big.
The potential is it's very big, man, and I can see it. Look, I love your sentiments, very raw as they are. The event is...
Shouldn't get in trouble.
No. Don't worry.
I hope not, man.
Oh, you're going to get in trouble.
I hope not.
No, but I mean, you're speaking about priority, right? If the government is saying, look, things are not looking very good right now, we need everybody to pitch in. It's almost like that John F. Kennedy thing. Ask not what the government will do, but what will you do, for the government or for the people of the nation? I think everyone can look into investment and, economic diversification in their own parts as a company, as an organization, and all of that, you know? Yeah. So now that we're here and you've done this amazing event, but it's 3-4 other events happening of the same caliber. Does that almost just a slight difference there?
Yeah.
Does that mean that increases or enhances the conversation around economic diversification and growth? Are you happy with that?
Yeah. Firstly, maybe to say that whole idea of many events.
Yeah.
I'm challenging Mpo at Wise Leadership. And I'm challenging Muluki.
Shout out Mpo, shout out Muluki.
Yes, and I'm challenging those guys and my friends. Both of them are good. We're okay. And I when Paul called me, I could sense stress and Mike, are we okay? And I said, yeah, we're okay.
Yeah.
So I think what I want to challenge them is we need to sit down in a table.
Oh, so all of you are having events at the same time?
Yes. The whole weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So what we want to do, and I'm going to challenge them to say, we shouldn't be having different events in different places. We need to come together.
Collaborate.
Let's collaborate. And come up with something that's going to shake this country.
Yeah.
All of us. Paul likes, and I know she's a guru. I call her a guru in corporate governance. Muluki is a guru in HR and everything else.
Yes.
And they probably will look at me into the investment side of things.
Right.
If we all came together, we could come up with something big. And I think the conversations will be better.
Right.
And the conversation will be mature.
Yeah.
And we can see a lot happening in the country after that.
I love that. Misconceptions around investment? Do you have any that you have heard? Anything that you have come across?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a matter of education. I was talking to one of the chair ladies of the BPC's pension fund.
Yes.
And I think we need more education to our members, especially the trustees that we have. We need to do a lot of more training and education around investments, risks associated with it. They need to understand their fiduciary duties as trustees. I want to also challenge not the regulator per se, but the administrators and the consultants of these pension funds, so that the investments could be harmonized, and we can do more if we collaborate than making decisions that are based on love, or I don't like this guy, or whatever the case might be. I think we can do more.
I love that. I'm about to let you go, but apparently I always say this. I don't know if it's true. I'm about to let you go. But you spoke about regulation, man, and I had a question. It escaped me now, but let me just ask, how is that landscape looking like as far as, investment and regulation, right? Because for anything to thrive and really become successful, does it have to have strict or a bit loose regulation?
You're right. You're on the right track. We need to be. Let's not put too much strict regulation and policy.
Too many barriers.
Yes, and the more barriers we have, the less investors we're going to attract into the country. We'll end up. I shouldn't get in trouble with this. We'll end up
at this rate, man. At this rate,
I think I'll get in trouble. We, you know, I mean, I love Qatarians, but I want to know the terms and the conditions around the 12 billion. I really want to know. You know, I mean, look, I want to know.
now you're gonna get me in trouble.
Look, I want to know the Qatarians.
Is it time for him? Oh, okay. We're left 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah.
I want to know what the Qatarians, which city are they going to take if we don't pay them back? They're going to take Shoshong or
Hey yo.
Bobonong. I don't know. Look, I take that back.
Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, but look, it's good, man. We're together, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're still here. We're going to cover the event. We're going to have a great time with some of the most amazing participants here. Thank you for having us here. So it's crazy that Moloki had me yesterday.
Okay.
He's going to have it. No, Didi. He's going to have me tomorrow.
Okay.
And you're having me here today, so I can't make it to your dinner.
That's okay. That's okay. Muluk is a big boy.
Yeah.
We're small
Yeah.
fish.
Maybe I can share both of you guys. I can go over and
Yeah, well, you know, we're small fish. I mean, go with Muluk. Yeah, he can come back. No, but I'm going to make sure he comes here. So me and him, we should do actually a good talk. Me and him.
I'll
and
host it.
Bo.
I'll host it.
You should host it.
I'll host it.
Yeah.
Three
of us,
member.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
That'd
think
be nice.
I'll push for that.
Please, we'll have it sponsored as well.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
we'll have it sponsored. Ladies and gentlemen, CEO MN Capital, investment. Thank you, Mike.
Cool,
I
man.
appreciate you.
Thanks, my brother.
All right, guys, we're in the thick of it. We're over at the Botswana Institutional Investors Summit, and a few amazing speakers have already been on the stage, and I managed to catch a little bit of this and that. Private equity, man. I'm like, what? It's a lot of crazy things, but I've just bumped into someone who's a good friend. We used to go to church together. She's still trying to get me back to church. She's like, where are you, TKay? But I'll let her introduce herself. Mel?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Chendzimu. I am currently serving as the chairperson for the FNB Pension Fund Investment Committee. And I'm super excited to be on the Juice 2.0.
Amazing.
Super excited.
Thank you so much for coming on. You're one of the few people who has been excited about my journey. So for you to be here is like a full circle thing. Yeah. But I just wanted to find out, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Today is particularly a really great day for me.
Yeah.
So I'm one of the panelists. We're actually about to go on. TKay just caught me now.
Yeah, I'm like, come away.
So essentially, we're all here just to discuss and give insights on what's currently happening in the pension landscape, what's currently happening in the economy, etc., and just to really give ideas on the kind of investments that we can make as pensions and the kind of collaboration that we can do with the rest of the industry so that we can align to the priorities of economic growth that Remulifi was actually talking about earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You know when it's your friend and you're having this kind of conversation, like, whoa.
Yeah, TKay. Yeah.
This is beautiful. You're inspirational. I'm impressed by what you've been doing, the work that you've been doing, where you are now.
Thank you.
You're gonna be speaking soon on the panel. I believe that's after lunch, right?
Yeah, at 2 p.m.
Are you able to tell us exactly what you're going to be focusing on?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So one of the things that we'll be talking about, or essentially what we'll be talking about as a panel, is how to build resilient pension funds in this kind of climate, right? So Remulifi also mentioned earlier that in 2022, the Retirement Funds Act changed to say that domestically we should have 50% of pension assets.
Yeah.
And with all these funds coming back in a staggered approach till 2027, it really gives us a platform as bankers, as asset managers, etc., to be innovative in the kind of like alternative assets we can invest in.
Right.
You saw Mr. Molomo from Alea Capital talking about private equity.
Yeah.
Private equity thresholds were actually increased from 5% to 10%, so that it can also accommodate these funds that are coming through.
Right.
And essentially what he also mentioned is that because alternative assets, there's a gray area there in terms of the technicalities, like you mentioned earlier, you're wondering what is private equity, the technicalities around investing in infrastructure, etc. Is something that we need to really have member education on. We need to educate our pension fund trustees, etc. So actually events like this allow us to do that. Events like this allow us to demystify a lot of things that people might be wondering. As you know, pension funds, assets are very sensitive issue. We're talking about your money, TKay.
Of course. Yeah, y'all need to take care of my money.
So we need to tell you what we're doing with it. Yeah.
I think some words that have just been buzzing as far as investment is concerned is obviously accountability with people's money, responsibility with people's money. Are you able to just share anything around that? How important it is to take care of people's money?
It is very, very important, the fiduciary duty that we've been given. As trustees, some trustees are actually elected into the pension fund. And that's people essentially saying that we trust you as TKay to go and represent our personal interest, right? So it's actually very, very important, as we've seen historically, to actually be accountable and transparent as to where these assets are, for you to also vet the asset managers that you deploy these funds to, be it offshore, be it onshore, etc. Because essentially what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make sure that the member retires in a dignified manner. After you retire, then the pension that you get should be sufficient, number one. Should be there, number two. Should be there. And you should really be sitting comfortably knowing that we optimized to the best of our abilities to get you the best possible return across all these asset classes. Yeah,
I love that. And then there's obviously social impact when it comes to investments. Any thoughts around how any sort of investment really in whatever sector, whatever thing needs to have a social impact on it? Because really, why are we doing most of the things? Profit is great, but wouldn't it be greater and better if there's profit and a social impact?
I'm actually so glad you said that, because over and above just getting the correct returns or the optimal returns for the member, the kind of investment asset classes that we invest in, we actually just try to align to see on the SDGs as well. How are they aligned to the Sustainable Development Goals? What developmental impact do they have in the economy? Because essentially, this is the economy that you are going to live in, right? When you talk private equity, like Mr. Mulumo mentioned earlier, he talked about, the ability to invest in priority areas like healthcare, like education, etc. So that you can make sure that Chendzimu's kids are going to go to really good schools. So in most of our investment policies as pension funds, we have ESG consideration. Environmental, social governance embedded in those investment policies, such that even when our managers, our asset managers come and present the results to us, the financial performance, we actually also measure what societal impact did your projects have, etc. So it's very, very important.
It's crazy. I mean, having these conversations with business people, organizations, I mean, I've known, but it's really a compliance-based situation where if you do not have that, SDGs and ESGs, your compliance is really, really compromised, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And we actually take compliance not as a constraint, but as something, we actually have complementary interests from our investments and compliance. We don't take it as a constraint.
That's a good way of looking at it, right?
It is.
I think a lot of people look at it as a strict constraint,
No. We actually have complementary interests in terms of our investments and compliance. It's necessary to actually protect your money. But also, talking about the 50-50 threshold situation, one of the speakers mentioned that it's also very important to have your funds work for you as well, right? So he talked about maybe the constraints that people had with actually moving from 30% to 50% domestic. But if you look at regional partners like South Africa, they're actually investing 45% offshore.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then 65% onshore.
So
we're actually just aligning to our regional partners.
And you said we are what, 50-50? Like what is our...
We've been asked to move from 30% to 50.
To 50.
So 30% onshore and 20% offshore is now going to change to say 50% onshore and 50% offshore.
Offshore, great.
Meaning that we have to repatriate some funds offshore to come and invest.
Very important, right?
Locally. Very, very important, especially right now with, the transformation plan that the economy is going through, etc. But strongly aligned to that.
I love that. They got the perfect person for this job. And I tell you what, I cannot wait to hear what you have to say on the stage. I've already had like a preview so far, so I'm excited for what the full course meal is going to look like.
No, thank you for having me, TKay, like you're saying. I mean, my friends off camera.
It's like now we're talking corporate.
This is really nice.
Guys, we're really smart people, okay? So good to see you, and all the best today.
Yeah.
And I hope you come back on the Juice 2.0 for a fuller and a longer conversation.
Hopefully. Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Chendzimu. Cheers.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we've finally come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for, being, with us from the start to the end. And remember, your comments and sharing, all of that effort that you put in just 1 minute of your life is deeply appreciated. And a big thank you going out to MN Capital, Mr. Michael and team, for bringing us here at the Botswana Institutional Investors Summit. It's the first day. It's going to be a 2-day event. I'm told tomorrow is going to be a dinner and awards. And on Friday, it's going to be like a golf session. So it's amazing things happening over here. And we're just super, super proud that we're able to just capture this and bring it to you in a more juicy way. All right. So I hope we did great. And I hope you guys loved it. And until the next time, you and I get